Shrockstar Buckeye Lounge, we run this game. Shrockstar Shaun, remember the name. TG's lurking, Wolverine's fear. Scarlet and gray, make it loud and clear. TG and Shaun, bringing that smoke. They stand in the paint, that ain't no joke. Tune in, turn up, let the show begin. The Buckeye Lounge, straight fire within. Buckeye Lounge, we run this game. Shrockstar Shaun, remember the name. TG's lurking, Wolverine's fear. Scarlet and gray, make it loud and clear.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Buckeye fans of all ages, the Ohio Podcast proudly brings to you the Buckeye Lounge. I'm your host, the Shrockstar, Shaun Shrock, and with me as always, my partner in crime, my sister, the Wolverine Slayer, the Windy City Slayer, Miss TG. Now, we were supposed to have a special guest tonight, but we've had to reschedule it, so something came up, so we will make sure that Butler comes back on another day. But sometimes life happens, guys, and we gotta, things come up. But just to let you guys know, we are sponsored by mybookie.com. If you guys are into betting, go on there. If you don't have a betting account, put in the promo code Ohio, and you'll get $500 worth of bet insurance. So if you make bad bets, you're insured for $500, up to $500. So just want to give everybody a shout out quick. Andre, Jimmy, our homie, our producer, the third amigo on this podcast, Mr. Buckeye Vader, our boy Tyler, Jim Van Zoost or Zost. I'm sorry if I butchered it. Andre, our friend who's always representing the trophies. So TG, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well, Shaun. Been enjoying my my weekend. Still doing a lot of moving around, but I'm always finding time. And like I told Eric, I got some brand new ideas I'm planning on doing. We'll see. I'm gonna actually try it this Wednesday while I'm doing my breakdown of the NFL with our former Buckeyes. Tell me how you been doing, my friend.
I'm doing great. I mean, we're just enjoyed the game Saturday. Been kicking it with my daughter. She's getting ready to start basketball now after they won their championship in volleyball. So I'm proud of her. She had a very good year playing volleyball. And last year they made it to the championship in basketball. So hopefully this year they can win it. But I'm excited about this team. I mean, my gosh, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Julian Sane, them three guys, man, they should be in the talk for the Heisman. I know we're pushing. Finally, Jerry Emick is finally pushing someone for a Heisman. I mean, not hell froze over, but he's pushing Julian, and Julian deserves it. So hopefully we can get behind JJ and Carnell and get them up the Blishnikov. I mean, they're probably going to take votes away from each other, but, man, if one of those guys don't win it, it'd be criminal.
Oh, it absolutely will be. And I'm not going to lie. I really do think that Julian should win it now. I think it all depends on what they do in the Michigan game. Mm-hmm. I really do. I really do believe it depends all on what they're going to do in that scum game. I really do. Because that is what cost CJ the last 2 years. He should be a 2-time Heisman winner. And this dude got screwed because of their little scandals. So, I think that's what it's going to take for them. On top of winning the Big Ten. I think that's what it would take.
Well, I tell you what, I think Arvell Reese should be in line for the Buckus Award. I mean, no
think
doubt.
It's him and Caleb Downs.
Oh, Caleb's in for the Thorpe. I thought the Buckus was for the linebacker award. If I'm wrong, people in the chat, please let me know. But
I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm thinking to myself the best defensive player of the award. That's what I'm thinking of. What the NFL has with the best offensive player of the year, and then you got the best defensive player of the year. That's what I'm thinking about. The
Thorpe Award is for the best defensive back, which he should have won last year, hands down.
Oh, he absolutely should have.
They ripped him off, and they gave it to that dude from Texas, which was great player. Don't get me wrong, but no Caleb Downs, guys. Come on. So,
No, like you could tell he was not as good as Caleb. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Caleb is the master of defense. I'm sorry to tell people. I don't care
Caleb
what
got
you
the
say.
last laugh though, man. He got that ring, and they beat him in the Cotton Bowl. So.
Honestly, it's not just that. Like the Bolitnikov, like you got both Carnell and Jeremiah as finalists, and guess what? Jeremiah should have won it last year, in my opinion. And he also should have won the Freshman of the Year award. And they gave it to that. They gave it to Landon. What is his name? Landon Collins.
The kid from Texas.
Yeah,
he had a great year. I mean, I'm not going to throw that kid under the bus because he had a great year, but he's no JJ. Come on.
Here's the funny thing though, because when he played us, he didn't look like that. He didn't look like the best freshman. Versus Jeremiah Smith, like, and look, people say, "Well, Jeremiah," it's like, dude, Jeremiah was getting triple teamed like crazy in that Texas game. He was getting triple teamed. They were not going to be able to throw the ball to him no matter what they drew at that point. Well, actually, there were times they could have threw the ball to him if they drew it up correctly. And, even they could tell you they didn't do that well. Like, they really didn't. But the reality is, when you're talking about it, is Jeremiah should have won Freshman of the Year. He was the best freshman, in my opinion. He was a game changer from the very beginning. I mean, dude, we talk about Jeremiah Smith as not only one of the best wide receivers in college football, but as the best player. Like, Collins wasn't in the discussion. So, like, what are we doing?
Exactly. Hey, our buddy Andre Green, we love you, Andre. TG Shrockstar, do either of you think Ohio State goes into the regular season finale this year undefeated? I do.
I do.
And I'm hoping that Michigan wins these last couple games before they playoffs because I want to be the one to knock them out of the playoffs. I want to take their heart, rip it out of their chest, throw it down on the ground in Ann Arbor in the big outhouse up there and stomp on it and make all those guys go home, all the fans go home crying, make Shrine Moore go home crying. That's the best way to get revenge this year. Mm-hmm. If they have a chance to get into the playoffs, if they win that last game against us and we knock them out, be no sweeter feeling.
Oh, it absolutely would. And Andre also asked, does he think we could run the table? It's like, yeah, absolutely. I think Ohio State peaks. The start of their peak, I think, starts with the Big Ten title game if they get there. But if they don't, it would be like the start of the first game of the playoffs like it was last year.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Penn State Sports Talk. The guy comes in to all our shows, talks his junk, but you know what, dude? Hats off. I'm giving you some respect for coming in here after your team got mollywopped by us. And you know what? You came in. You don't run. You stand in the paint, dude. So we appreciate you coming in. I know you like to troll a little bit, but you don't take any personal shots. So you're cool here, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, there is I know the selection, the CFP brackets are going to be like coming up soon. So I am gonna wanna be able to see the rankings and see where we rank, even though I expect us to be number one, even though I could see arguments being made for Indiana because they do have some arguments, but at the same time it's kind of like I've seen the weaknesses in their team at times.
I mean, if you go by the schedule, that's going to be tough because I think they might have played a tougher schedule so far.
No, they did play a tougher schedule. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They did play a tougher schedule. You can make an argument they played a tougher schedule than Ohio State, but then you kind of look at Ohio State and it's like, well, your schedule really isn't that bad. Even though I think Illinois should probably Illinois only like 2 losses, right?
3. They ended up losing to Washington in a freaking hurricane up there.
You know what's super funny is like Washington's ranked and we beat them. Texas is now ranked, and they're ranked pretty high to a point where they could have made it to the playoffs, so we beat them as well. So I wouldn't say, like people kept saying our freaking schedule was like soft and everything, and I'm like, bro, the schedule's not soft. Ohio State just makes it look that way. You guys gotta understand. Ohio State is one of those teams where like you can't F around and expect like to think that Ohio State's just gonna curry up to you to make your feelings feel better. Like, yeah, you all hate Ohio State. If Ohio State gets that, but Ohio State don't care. It's like they're in it to win. And if you think they're having a weak schedule, that's your preference. Because even they could tell you, like every team's gonna give them their best punch.
I mean, Tyler puts it that Texas is at 11 right now, and Notre Dame at 10.
Oh wow! So that means
what's that say about
this in the playoffs?
What's this year say about this year's this year's field of football. I mean, it's big time parity this year. There's
Oh
really
yeah.
no super teams besides us and Indiana, maybe. And I don't even know. I can't even say we're a super team right now because we're not hitting on all facets right now. We're playing great football, but there's a lot more that, I mean, we haven't even seen. I mean, if we're shifting gears, guys, we're only in second gear on the offense, man. So when
I
we
mean, they
get
don't
to
have a
fourth
reason to
gear,
really kick it into third or fourth gear.
yeah,
So
I mean, and I'm kind of happy with the way we're progressing right now. I like that we're opening up the playbook more. Seems like Julian has really found his footing, and it seems like there's nothing that this kid can't handle right now. He's so poised. For being a first year starter, the kid does not get rattled at all. I mean, the kid's been just awesome, man. I mean, what do you think so far of Julian's poise?
I think Julian is an excellent quarterback. I think he has the potential to be one of the best of all time. And yeah, I'm seeing it right now. I had to put my freaking thing on mute because I did not want us to get copyright, for God's sakes. Oregon is at 9. You have Texas Tech at 8,
Ooh,
BYU at 7, Ole Miss at 6.
I think I think Old Miss and I'm not Old Miss, but Old Miss I think makes the playoff. But I think BYU and Texas Tech could possibly both make the playoffs. I mean, both of them have looked great
Did someone say, let me see, Oregon? I don't know.
in 12-team playoff. I mean, if we look, I think we get 3 in from the Big Ten this year. I think Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. Maybe Michigan if they would have to win out to get in, but I don't think that's happening.
That's not what I meant to click on. I
Oregon
mean,
fell to 9, Bader said. So
there is no doubt about it. I am trying to see if they're still going to announce the rest. I'm waiting for the top 5 right now. So, not 2015. God damn it! I want to see. I'm trying to see how many losses Oregon has because someone has said they were a 3-loss team. I'm like, I know for a fact they only lost like 1 game.
they lost to Indiana.
Yeah, that's the only game that they lost that I know of. I'm like, you said they're a
Yeah.
3-loss team. I want to see what their record looks like now,
I,
just to see like who see it they are a 3-loss team. Cause that is
who-
the funniest thing in the world. And
who's
if you
gonna? I think the funniest thing is who's gonna win the ACC. I mean, my gosh, that would be hilarious if Miami does not make the playoffs this year with all the hype that they've got. Mario Cristobal has to go on the list with James Franklin and freaking
he should have
Brian
been on
Kelly.
the list. He should
I
have
mean,
been on the list. The dude is
three
a bum. He a bum. He's a bum.
the three biggest
Yeah. Now, whoever said in this chat
overrated
room
players.
that I'm watching right now with the college football playoff, whoever said Oregon was a 3-loss team, you don't know facts, brother. Like they only lost 1 game, and that was to Indiana. I don't know who said that nonsense.
Hey man, because they beat Penn State on the road, so I mean those were the only tough games that they had. So I wonder how it's gonna? Well, I mean honestly, it's gonna be Indiana and Ohio State for the Big Ten title if they both win out. So I'm excited about seeing them in the championship game.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. It's honestly something I can't wait to see. All right, so the top 5 looks like it's gonna be coming up. Let me see. Because I know some of you were saying in the chat. Okay, so Georgia's at 5, Bama's at 4, Texas A&M at 3. Let's see,
whew,
top 2. Okay, they got Ohio State at 1 and Indiana at number 2.
man, how does Bama get to number 4?
I mean, they only lost like 1 game, and they've won like what 3 top 25 matchups. So
I mean they got mollywopped by Florida
by
State.
Florida State. So that makes sense. And I think it's how they're performing at this point in the season. Because what is it that they always say that matters? How you perform late. Because remember, Ohio State got their butts kicked by Virginia Tech early in the season. And then towards the end, they just put them in because Ohio State showed towards the end.
If you lose early, it helps you out. I mean,
Yeah.
it happened 1 year to Ohio State when they only had 1 loss back in the AP days, and they ended up number 2 because they still had a better loss, but they lost at the end of the year, and that killed them.
Yeah. Oh, you still mad Penn State sports talk? Yeah, I ended up seeing it. Had to try to see what the I had to see what it looked like because I was watching it for a little bit before I came on here, but it's like, but to see Texas at 11, Ohio State basically just beat a playoff team in the beginning of the season. So what's your excuse now?
I mean, hey, we can't help it that Penn State was dog crap this year. I mean,
Oh, absolutely not. We can't help that.
you
That's
know,
not our problem. As a
not
matter of
our
fact, let
fault.
me go back to
They didn't live up to their hype. I mean, they crapped the bed. I mean, I'll
what's
give you
super funny is we usually give James Franklin so much credit for winning against teams he's supposed to. Even though he can't win the big games, you give him credit for like actually beating those teams. Whereas like you look at this year, they just fell apart. But what do we warn you about?
like the Northwestern game. I'll give them a little bit of slack because they lost their starting quarterback.
Yeah,
But
that one
still,
I kind of give him some
but
slack.
still,
Yeah.
there's no reason to lose to UCLA like that when they hadn't won at all. And you guys go out there. I get it. You're hung. It was a bad hangover. You didn't get over losing to freaking Oregon and triple overtime or double overtime, and you had to fly all the way out there. But still, there's no reason why those guys should have been in the game with you guys in the first place.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
let
even
me
been
go
close.
because I'm gonna try to rewind to see which one do I think. Let me see because I want to go back because I did miss some of this as well while they were going through it because I wanted to see if they even had scum ranked at all.
Hey guys, since we don't have a guest tonight, if you guys got any questions, anything you want to talk about, please throw it up on the screen, and we'll be happy to talk about it. We're down for it, you know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see did they ever have. Don't nobody tell me in the chat yet. Let me see for myself if they ever did. Okay, yeah, they did, but it was at like they were 21st. so I think here's the funny thing. I think the fact that they were ranked 21st really tells me that this college football playoff committee doesn't care that they're 72. Like they know they're not a good team. They know. Like, no, you don't have a good schedule. First of all, your schedule really is crap. Like people talk about Ohio State. I'm like, it's not worse than Michigan's. Like our schedule is actually better than theirs.
I mean, any team that they had that they played with a pulse this year, dog walked them. And let's not forget, Purdue outplayed them.
Oh yeah, see that was the
more.
biggest.
They
That
just
was
had
the
more
biggest
talent.
telling you right then and there. Like, nah, this is not a good team right now.
Purdue
That was the biggest.
outcoached them, and I mean, they're just lucky that they had more dogs than what Purdue had. Because I'm telling you right now,
I
you
don't
guys
really
would
think
have
they
played.
have more dogs than Purdue. Like you could say maybe like Purdue didn't have enough dogs on defense. Like
Yeah,
I
they got
said it before. Like
worn out.
they had a solid defense, but they weren't as good as they were last year. Like last year's Purdue defense would have beat the tar mess out of this freaking Michigan offense. They would have beat the tar mess out of them last year. That last year Purdue defense.
I mean,
Their offense is much better this year than it was last year for sure.
it's just that defense just got worn out because they're on the freaking field for so long. And Jordan Marshall, I mean, hats off to. The kid's a dog, man. I'm not gonna. I know we hate him because he went to scum, but I mean, kid's from Ohio. The kid can play some football. He's
I
a hell
mean,
of a
let's be
running back.
real. He was getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but the problem is, what is the one thing I've said? You have to be gap disciplined against Michigan's running backs. They are not physical runners. They are runners who operate in space. They're not physical. They can't get extra yardage. They have to have space. So that means what's the best way you get space? In the gaps. And how you going to cut that off? Be gap disciplined the entire time.
They just were not tackling worth a crap either, man. He broke
Yeah,
tackles.
that's the other problem. Is if these guys can't tackle, that's the biggest problem. It's like tackle. That's all you gotta do, just tackle. That's was Michigan State's problem. It's like you've had these guys in the backfield, yet you're just not tackling them, and that's where I'm actually proud for Ohio State. Like I did have to get on Jermaine Matthews about that one missed tackle he had on that Penn State receiver, and I'm like, dude, tackle.
I mean, Caleb was even missed a tackle. So did there's a couple guys.
Yeah, no, it's like y'all better no, don't y'all have this tackling problem.
Yeah.
Like, especially against Michigan. Like, if y'all start having tackling problems, we can have a discussion.
Yeah.
But and for Buck Vader, no, like Michigan is ranked. They're just ranked 21st.
I mean, do
I think they should be ranked? No, but the only thing that's kept them ranked was their 7-2 record. That's it.
do I think they go off strength of schedule? I have no idea what they go off of right now, Tyler.
I think they somewhat go off both, where it's like how you play on the field and your strength of schedule. Because when you look at Michigan's strength of schedule, They play like crap, and their strength of schedule really ain't that great. Now, Nebraska's a solid team. USC was a better team than them, and the USC beat the tar crap out of them.
So Oklahoma.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma, like that was a playoff team. You got tar crap beat out of you, and then you look at them against some of these other teams that aren't like as good as these teams, and it's like Michigan State and Purdue. You struggled against both those teams, even though I think Michigan State is a better team than Michigan, no doubt.
Man.
It's just that they couldn't tackle worth a nothing.
I think that program's in trouble right now. They need to get rid of Jonathan Smith. I thought he was a good coach, but man.
Oh, bro, Iowa got ranked.
They are not playing. Iowa's tough this year, though. I'll give Iowa.
Yeah, no, like Iowa got ranked. They're number 20. I was like, I did not expect that. And then USC follows them at 19, Miami at 18, Georgia Tech at 17, Vanderbilt at 16.
What's Georgia Tech's record right now?
I think they're 8-1 because the one loss they had was to that NC State team. I think is who they lost to.
There's NC State.
Yeah, sure. I believe it was them. Yeah, it was them who lost to NC State, and then Louisville's at 15. We all know Texas is at 11, but I want to go back through the rankings. So Louisville's at 15. Virginia, the regular Virginia, is at 14, which that should tell you something. Utah's at 13. Wow.
That's what people used to tell me all the time, TG. Utah.
Yeah. Oklahoma's at 12. So, it kind of makes some sense. So, the rest of the rankings pretty much go for the same way as it usually does. I just wanted to go back and see all the other rankings and how it was looking. But that is saying something.
Well, according to the Michigan people, Oklahoma was going to win the national could have won the national championship, but
bye.
but then Texas beat the crap out of them. Now they're saying Oklahoma's nothing, and
Yeah, and guess what? That's the team you faced that you got the ball craps beat out of you. Like, you got beat like no tomorrow. And they should have went up by 50 points on you.
3 turnovers. I mean, come on. 3 turnovers? I mean, they gave you the ball back a couple times and you still couldn't stop them.
Yeah. Andre says TG and Shaun versus Indiana. Ohio State versus Indiana, the Big Ten championship. We beat them on a neutral field. Here's the thing: if we meet them in Indiana, I don't know how much. It might be more of a neutral field than what we had, because usually the Big Ten championship is usually Ohio State's home field advantage. If you got Indiana fans there, how many Ohio State fans you gonna see there? A lot. You'll be seeing a lot of Indiana fans. I do think on a neutral site we can beat them, but man, that's gonna be something.
I did call that. A lot of people thought I was crazy predicting that Indiana would beat Oregon, but I just thought this.
I can understand it because some people just don't trust it. Indiana is the losingest program, and people did not take them seriously last year. So they would have to show them, because Indiana really doesn't have much of a choice, as I mentioned. You are seen as USC is not really a great program.
Hats off to Cignetti, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's more than a flash in a pan, which everybody thought he was going to be this year. Then his defense is better than last. If you'd had last year's offense with this year's defense, ooh, man, that'd be a scary team.
Oh, yeah. So thank you, Tyler. Yeah, thank you, Tyler, for confirming it. Yes, it was NC State. I'm good at that. Good first poll, except for Scum at 21st. Choice. I mean, look, they have a crap schedule, but they're also 7-2. But the thing is, they're not a playoff team, because it's you play like crap against this soft crap of a schedule. So no. I mean, and if you watch because people who keep talking about Bryce Underwood being the next generation of this Michigan fans who kept saying this nonsense, and some of you keep saying it, it's bro, he sucks. He's the worst passing quarterback in the Big Ten. Let that sink in. You're the worst passing quarterback. The worst.
I won't say he sucks, but I tell you what, there's 2 times in that game where he could have ran for the first down, and instead he overthrew a wide open guy. The one time he threw it way over his head. The second time he threw it behind him and it got picked off, and that was down in the red zone. I'm like, oh my! I mean, he could not hit water if he fell off a boat in that game. I mean, I think he's digressing. These guys should be worried that he's getting worse as the season goes on.
What up, Rolling Coconut? And as good to see you in the chat, my friend. But as Chris said, we've never seen anything like him.
That's not true, because if we remember, Chris, because we're a little bit older, there was a guy named Ron Powlus. and he was supposed to be the second coming of Joe Montana, and he was
Right?
a freshman phenom for Notre Dame. And we played him that year, and Ohio State dog walked him.
Oh,
Dog walked that kid and made him look pedestrian, and just that kid never amounted to jack crap. He was supposed to win the Heisman and bring Notre Dame to the win a national championship or two. They claimed he was the next Joe Montana, and he didn't
I
end up
mean,
being
like,
anything.
he did make the claim we've never seen anything like
Yeah,
him, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. We've never seen a freshman like, dude. I've seen freshman quarterbacks do bad, but man, it looks like you are regressing like
I
completely.
mean,
Like, I don't care. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how talented that kid arm is. You could be a talented quarterback, but if you ain't getting the correct coaching, as Eric said earlier, and welcome to the show, Chris. Good to see you in the chat, my brother.
my
But as
man.
Eric said earlier, it doesn't matter. Like, bro, you don't have the coaching at Michigan like what you could have got if you would have got like a Ryan Day. I mean, for God's sakes, like as much as we all crap on Brian Kelly, look at what he did with Jaden Daniels. For God's sakes, like I can tell you that freaking Brian Kelly's better at developing quarterbacks than freaking anybody at Michigan.
Was
No
that
matter what,
Brian Kelly, or was that Jaden Daniels just that good? I mean,
maybe.
because Brian Kelly, I tell you, is I would want. I hope he goes to Penn State. I hope Brian Kelly goes to Penn State. I wish I had a buddy Penn State.
Would Penn State really be that stupid though?
Hey, our boy, the wild man himself, guys. If you're on the Patreon channel, not only should you check out TG's show, but you should check out Chris's show, What's Driving Me Wilds, with Chris. It was an awesome job. They were wondering if Elvis Grbac still has a year of eligibility. You're probably too young to. A lot of you guys are probably too young to remember Elvis Grbac, but he
I'm not
played
gonna lie.
for the Scum. Most likely to see Jesus come back to life than underwear making a completion. I wouldn't go that far, dude. But
I mean,
it's pretty bad.
this is what I'm gonna tell you. No, he's got the worst. I'm telling you, he's the worst passing quarterback in the Big Ten. It is not even a debate right now. He literally is dead last in the Big
Look
Ten.
at the Maryland freshman quarterbacks playing a heck of a lot better than freaking Underwood, and freaking even I even saw one of the Scum podcasters admit to it. So I mean, they
Yeah,
got a
I
lot
mean,
of
even
going
they
to Maryland.
I'm not
Maryland's
gonna
not
lie
playing.
to you. It's like, brother, and here's what's funny. It's like Maryland, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they fire Mike Locksley?
I don't know if they did or not.
I
Coconut.
remember seeing something that they fired Mike Locksley because if they did, it would be because it'd be like, man, because you got all that talent. Because let's be real about Maryland, they got talent on that team, they really do. But it's like Locksley cannot coach to win for nothing. It's like, brother, at least be like James Franklin in the sense of win the games with the talent that you have that you're supposed to win. But if you're gonna lose to better teams, I mean, we see you show up against Ohio State, against Michigan, and Penn State. Why not winning the other games?
Coconut said maybe they need glow in the dark skivvies.
Yeah, I saw that. Like,
Hey, Mika's here. Hey, your partner in crime, Mika's here. Mika.
Yeah.
Guys, check out the Buckeye Ladies if you don't on Thursdays. Phenomenal show.
yeah, and unlike most women in the sport, I actually know what I'm talking about. Same with Amika.
Then Jesus already come back to life on Easter.
Yeah, I was just doing stupid.
Jimmy.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny, but like when you compare the rankings of the AP poll, they got it mostly right at the bottom. I mean, they definitely got the top 5 right for sure. They actually corrected it right with Miami. I just did not see the only thing that they didn't see coming was Iowa getting ranked. Which again, Iowa, think about it, people got an offense.
Kirk Ferentz. It only took him 20 years to get one, but he finally got one. Kirk Ferentz.
I mean, I wouldn't say it took him 20 years. Like at one point, he used to have a really good offense. It's just that, like, but as like the 5 years have gone on since like what 2000, I don't even know how many years it's been since the last time he had a good a good offense. But what I do know is he's had one in the past. I just don't know why he never continued to allow that to be a thing.
Honestly, I don't know who Chris Wiles loves more, Marcus Freeman or Kirk Ferentz. But I mean, he loves them both. I mean, I think he's got posters of both of them. on his wall, autographed. I mean, yes, that's true, Andre. The Buckeye Ladies is an awesome show. All
Again,
right,
you guys want to enjoy listening to two intelligent, beautiful women talking about sports, you know where to go, unlike somewhere else.
Ryan Day's championship beard. Thanks for coming in, my brother.
Yep.
All right, got a question for you, TG. We're going to Purdue. What do you want to see happen at the Purdue game? Is there something that you want? What's something that you want to see out of this team playing Purdue?
I'm not gonna lie. I want to continue to see the run game doing better, and I want to see our D tackles do a better job in the middle. Because I'm not gonna lie, against Penn State, they weren't getting as much push as they should have in the beginning. Even though I can't contribute that to the fact that they might have been getting held like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those would be the two things I want to see.
I think the run blocking needs to improve, and I think our running backs. I mean, Bo had a pretty nice game. But still, earlier in the game, we weren't running the ball very well. That needs to change. Whether it's
I will say James Peoples, we saw him make some improvements because he started like running the ball pretty well.
More counter, yes. The running back counter, Bo was hitting it that one game, and he was getting 10 yards of carry out of it. And we haven't seen it since. And that was 3 games ago when he was doing that. So
yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, I did not forget to mention this because I was planning on saying it, but I was on Buckeye Bill and Lady Buck's show of About That Business. We did talk about this game a lot. Now, one of the things they brought up, more importantly, was the pass rush in this game. But one of the things I kind of kept telling them was, in today's day and age with college football, it's hard for you to get consistent pass rush without it potentially burning you against the quarterback run game. But what I did say was one of the things that we do see Matt Patricia do a lot of, which is blitz when he has to, and he blitzes from different directions. He always hides his defenses really well to a point where you don't even know where it's coming from. But secondly, one of the things I did say was, what they could do as far as the defensive line, if you want to get them to pass rush a little more, which is, how about have one edge, set the edge, and have the other one come in and try to, get after the quarterback. Now, you still have to have one of your linebackers, either Sonny or Arvell, which I would prefer Arvell, either way. But you have them watching the quarterback, and then the quarterback, so much as even get out of the pocket, you just have the friggin' linebacker sprint and hit him like no tomorrow. Or you can do a cage rush, but you have your D tackle, not your nose tackle, because your nose tackle is going to be one taking up the double teams. It's going to be the D tackle that's going one-on-one with the other offensive lineman, have him take him on, and try to win that battle and get after the quarterback to keep him in the pocket. And if you so much as even try to get out, well, now you got others, you got the edges who can keep him in the pocket at that point, and you be able to get a sack. Or, like we said, they can switch it up where they have the edge rushers, like they have Kenyatta and Caden on the inside. They have Ben Atkinson and I would say Zion Grady or Dominic Kirk, either one of these guys going on in the outside to try to make something happen, to try to do that very thing that I was talking about. That's what you could do.
Well, the thing is, on your ends, you can still go after the quarterback. It's just you have to keep the depth, and you can't get sucked inside. I mean, you got to keep the outside containment, but you go as deep as the quarterback and you follow after the quarterback. Don't get caught trying to make an inside move unless you're going to run a stunt. I think we should run more.
If you're going to run a stunt, that's another way you can do it too, is by running some stunts. Because if you run some stunts, you're definitely going to be able to try to do something. But that's another way they can do it as well. But I would encourage you guys to check out that show. I will have to do I think she had to tell me that because of they couldn't figure out how to get the like, share, and subscribe kind of button off my face during the thing in the beginning while I was doing the introduction to finding everybody where they can find me at. And she said, hey, if we ever get the opportunity, could you re-record that? I was like, sure. Just let me know. It was kind of funny. I was like, look, if anything, that's going to happen. There are ways you can edit it out without, doing all that. There are ways you can edit it out, but if you have to have me re-record it and I have to wear the same stuff, I don't mind.
I tell you what, guys, if you get a chance, please go support Buckeye Bill and the Lady Buck Tam. Great people, man. And you know what? They love the Buckeyes like we do. And they just started their podcast on Facebook. And I know they're trying to get on YouTube too. I think they said in this month they're going to start going live, doing live shows, but they do some reels and they post some stuff. But they're just awesome people. I mean, we've had Bill on, and I mean, TG can tell you they're great people to work with and to hang out with, and
I
I'm
also
glad
met
there are tons of them.
another one of their co-hosts called 5 Star.
5 star.
Yeah,
Okay.
they call him 5 Star, and I actually got to talk with him, and it was actually pretty fun, really, because we would talk about getting some more people. I was like, they said, you and 5 Star are gonna have a lot of fun because he's like the TG of our show, and I had to laugh at that. But I can see what they were talking about because I did have great conversation with him on there. Great
Hey,
talking points.
when you had Ladybug on your show, you guys with you and Mika and her, it was an awesome show. So I mean,
Hmm.
also what helps
What
you?
helps to in this game to what helps into this game? Purdue doesn't have Devin Mobick, their star running back. The guys are bowling balls. Oh, I know what you mean. Like
These
that.
are bowling ball. These are big
Yeah, like
dudes.
the guy is like I know what you mean by that. He's a bowling ball. Like he was tough to tackle. Like, hey, look, I think Ohio State still would have been able to tackle him, but I will say they would have to bring some extra effort to bring him down. They really would.
I'll tell you what, guys. I think Purdue might put up a little bit of a fight, but I tell you what we need to do. We need to go out there.
Oh, he's out for
We,
the year. Okay.
we need to go out there. We need to jump on them. Don't give them a chance to breathe. Score on our first 3 or 4 possessions, and let's call it a day. And then you can work on the running game. Air it out first couple possessions because they're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to go score for score with us. So you jump on a big lead on them, and they'll be done.
Oh, absolutely. And when you think about it, it's absolutely going to be amazing when you think about how this could turn out. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do in the run game. I am.
Because
Yeah.
they got the worst. They have the worst secondary in the Big Ten. So I'm really, really, really hoping that Brian Hartline just comes out. I don't care if they start an air raid. Just go up and down the field on them, run the tempo, air it out, let Julian throw the ball around the field and mix the run in there. But I mean, you got to exploit the worst secondary in the Big Ten and go after them. So
Oh,
I mean, the
absolutely. And
secondary
yeah,
is
guys, I kind
pathetic.
of had to run off for a little bit.
That's okay.
Yeah, I had to get something because I kept getting some
I
notifications because I keep up with stuff.
I hope that they sit down, Hartline, Tyler Bowen, and Ryan Day, and they either figure out if it's a scheme, if it's the plays, if it's the running back not being patient enough, or if it's the offensive line. They need to figure out what's going on with this run game, and they
I
have
think
to
it's
get
a
it right.
combination of all things. Where
Yeah,
the running backs, I think the offensive line has their moments when they don't block well. At times, there are moments when that happens, but also the scheme isn't helping most times. I mean, we've seen it with Chip Kelly and them that his running schemes actually helped Ohio State a lot in the run game with his
yes, it did.
misdirections and how he did everything. Like that actually helped the run game. And then when you look at it, the running backs might not be being patient enough at times. They might be running into certain things, but as Logan Jefferson, or I'm sorry, Logan
Logan
Jeff
George.
as
George.
George.
Yeah,
I
Logan
think,
George.
yeah. As he talked about, like sometimes the running backs might not also be making people miss as much as they should. Now they're starting to get better at that, but they still have to do more of that.
Oh, you mean Jeff Logan?
Yeah, Jeff
Logan,
Logan. That's who I mean
Jeff
to say.
Logan.
I'm thinking Logan Jeff. Like
Yeah.
that's
Logan George is the defensive tackle on our team. Jeff Logan was the guy that we had on and interviewed who was a Hall of Fame running back, college Hall of Fame running back for OSU. He played in the 70s. Awesome dude. He said, that the running backs needed to make more people miss. Sometimes you got to be your own blocker. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to make a guy miss or break a tackle. And our running backs haven't been very good at that this year. West has done probably the best job of making people miss.
no, he
Bo's been
does.
running people over. I mean,
I would say though, like I give because Isaiah West has done a little bit of that, and like I said, James Peoples, like whether people know it or not, his missed tackles are actually up there too. Like and in this game he did a really good job of that, where he just started to start making people miss a little bit more. Thank you, Rolling Coconut. I kept thinking Logan Jeff. I kept thinking it backwards for some reason. I
Coconut,
kept thinking
great
it
dude.
backwards. I don't know why. Well, probably because when I see how names are done especially in school, where they would have your last name first and then your first name in the back, and I'm like with an apostrophe. That's what I'm thinking.
Hey, RK. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you, man. So Shaun, I do want to ask you this: what are your takes on the firings that have been going on at all college
Ooh.
football? Because hey, look, no one's ever really got to hear you talk about it much.
No, I'm honestly, some of them I'm kind of shocked they did it already. I figured they might have ran this. Like I was shocked that Penn State did it because that's a lot of money to come up with like overnight, and they got rid of him. I thought they would let him ride out the season. I thought the same thing with Florida that they were going to do it, but you know what? These guys, these teams now, these alumni, these people running these teams want to be able to get their coach right away because I mean the portal opens up in December right away. So I mean
Yep.
it's time's of the essence, and you want to be able to recruit, put your staff together, and get going. But I was surprised that James Franklin didn't get to finish the year out, but maybe that's the best thing for him. But kind of feel bad for some of these kids on these teams because there's really not too much left to play for except pride and
Oh yeah, there
maybe
really isn't. And to
draft
be quite
stock and
honest,
maybe put some good tape out there. Maybe you can
you know,
transfer or
you know
put good
when we
tape out there for the NFL scouts.
when we talk about hey RK Mangoes, what up, brother? Um, let me say this real quick, and he also says hi to you, Shaun. Let me say this to everybody real quick. We did talking about Penn State because we are expected because you guys have heard myself and Shaun talk about it before. Where we now I'm not gonna want to say now. Did you ever get back to Boom Herring?
Yeah, I call Boom Heron. I talked to Boom.
Is it okay if we say anything, or does
No,
he still?
I wouldn't, but I don't want to throw. Let's just say something happened, guys. That a certain podcast, we knew this information was coming out, but we didn't want to drop it because we didn't want to burn our sources, and we were
No,
told not to say nothing. And a certain podcast already dropped the news
which is
about,
unfortunate.
which is unfortunate because the kid didn't want his name out there because he still got a
Honestly,
couple
this
more
wouldn't be
years
the
to
first
go.
time they did it either. Because remember, this is the same podcast who did it again. They did it with a previous. They did it with a recruit whose name did not want to be out there at all, and I'm pretty sure they're, if I'm thinking about it right, they're still doing that. But at the end of the day, this kid did not. These kids do not want their names out there in today's day and age. They really don't. Like they know for a fact that when it comes to it, this is a different era. Like they can lose a lot of stuff if they're not careful. So they have to navigate this properly. And if you just throw them out under the bus, you're really just crazy. You're really just a heartless moron who just throws these kids on the bus. Like this is not recruiting them back in the old days, brother. Like they got stuff to lose.
Well, not only that, but they got to be stuck there for a couple more weeks under a lame duck coach, and they're going to be having all these people on social media come after them. Not, I mean, their teammates could come after them. The coaches could bench them right now just to be a jerk to them, and try to cost them money that way too. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you guys have heard that there's certain people that are wanting to come to Ohio State. As far as we know, it's true. I'm still not going to mention the kid's name, but let's just say he had a very good game the other day, and it's pretty much we know because we talked to family members, but I'm not going to throw names out there. And we care about the kids. We're not going to throw people out there just to get clicks or to try to get it first. If someone tells us not to say a name, we're not going to.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna say a name ever. Even if it did get spoiled, we're not gonna ever say a name because they don't want their names out there. This is something that you gotta learn when you get into this business, which is you have to be reliable.
And,
Don't sell people out just cause. And it's like we are gonna have Boom Heron on again at some point to finish our previous interview we did with him. And he's gonna tell us more stuff. But man, it was actually pretty funny when you think about it.
guys, I mean, with Vader also, Vader knows stuff too. We hear stuff ahead of time, and you know what? You got a choice to make. Do I want to be the first one to break this and try to get as many clicks as I want, or do I want to do the responsible thing and not burn my source? Not, if someone tells you not to say something, then you go and say it. Yeah, you might be the first one to do it. You might get a couple extra clicks, but then you burnt that person, and that's not the way to do business. We have, me and TG along with Vader, then Eric and Chris are like this, and I mean, we won't do that to people. We want to
We
be
never
honest.
will.
We'll always be honest. If we're wrong about something, I'll come on here and say I'm wrong. But we're not going to rip people off of their information. We're not going to throw kids under the bus that don't want their names out there. We're not going to burn our sources. And we're not going to make up stuff just to get clicks either. So if we say something, it's because we're 100% sure it's right. Or if we're going to say this is our opinion, this is the way we feel, then we'll say that. And if we pick up something off of somebody else's podcast, we'll give those people full credit and say, hey, I heard this on Menace. I heard this on the Buckeye, the college huddle. I heard it, here. I heard it there. I'm not going to steal someone's stuff, man. That's just,
We don't do that because that's
nope.
a very asinine thing to do. I'm sorry, like it just is. Like it just shows you are unoriginal if you're not giving people credit. It just does. Like you got to be real. You do.
Yeah. I mean,
You really do.
we're honest here. I'll tell you one thing. Buck Vader is one of the most connected people in the circle right now. And let's just say there's a couple people that are mad at him because he's not working for them. He's working for us. So, and Vader tells us stuff all the time that we could hurry up and, be the first people to say it. But if we do that, we burn sources. We're not going to know stuff. We're not going to know the truth about stuff behind the scenes. And we don't want to hurt the program in any way or hurt any of the kids. That's just not, it's just not us, and it'll never be us.
No, not ever. I don't want to be that. I would hate to be that in every single facet. I want to be the most honest person there is. And if I'm wrong, I told you guys, if I'm ever wrong, I will stand in the sandbox and tell you I was wrong. I am not afraid of that smoke.
And Eric,
I will stand in the paint. I don't care.
and Eric Boggs is the perfect example, perfect role model for us. He's a guy him and Chris set the standard of this, and we fit in because this is the way me and TG feel about this. We're going to put on the best show possible, being honest and not ripping people off. We love Ohio State. We want Ohio State to win. We love the fans. We love talking football with you guys. We'll give you guys the most knowledge that we can, most information, but we're not going to make stuff up just to get clicks or, rip people off to get clicks either. If I don't know something, TG doesn't know something, we're not going to pretend to know.
No.
Lie to people, not us. So
we're not gonna sit and pretend to know now if we feel like, because again, I always try to give credit to those like where we be hearing the most stuff from.
mm-hmm.
And if I remember correctly, where was it? Rolling coconut. Yeah, no, I can see what you now. See, I figured that no, I know you weren't correcting me. You probably weren't, but I felt like I could actually help you. Like really, thank me to help me help. Thank you for helping me because I really was struggling to say his name correctly. Well, not correctly, but I kept saying it backwards.
Hey guys, I tell you what, Coconut. There is some talks of Coconut doing some stuff with us. We are going to have him on the lounge, and he's thinking about writing a little blog writing a couple stories of when he was a manager, and he's going to post it on the Patreon page, and also Carl Hugler, who was a trainer for Ohio State, who's Eric's best friend, is going to come on our show one of these nights too, and we're going to get both those guys on different nights to come in. We're going to have tales from a manager one night and tales from a trainer, and just get the behind the scenes stuff and what it's like to be a manager, what it's like to be the trainer at Ohio State.
Yep. And RK, what you mean you want to smoke me, by the way? Because he said smoke, but he really meant smoke, which is down here. So what you mean by that exactly? I want to know. I know you probably don't mean, unless it's insulting or something else.
Remember, this is a PG-13 show, guys. Family friendly, please. Come on. This is a rated X or triple X. Come on. This is family friendly, people.
I
Come
mean,
on.
I just want to know. I didn't want to call you out, but I'm like, as
I
soon
mean,
as I see that, I'm like, okay, I gotta say something now because I'm like, what you mean by you want to smoke me?
Eric and on the show they're talking about Viagra the one night. Now we're talking about smoking people. So I want the smoke. Oh, he wants it.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
okay.
You're good to call me.
I know I see it right here. Cause look, I was just checking. I got a little interested.
All right,
What you meant by that?
all right. Let's get a quick prediction from you, and I'll give one. Let's go be the score this Saturday.
40-3. Or I should say 42-3. Actually, I'm gonna say that.
42-3.
Yeah,
I will. I will say. I will say 48-10 because I think maybe they might get a late touchdown, a cheap
maybe.
one, maybe. 10 points for Purdue. That's it could happen. Pigs could fly too. So no, they can't. But
You don't need to get happy. Tyler says the over and under is 48.5.
48
That's
and a half. I would. Actually, they've been covering all the overs. I think they
so RK, you been on some stuff?
have.
I get it though. I get it though.
Yeah,
No, I
hey,
get it because like my mother can be like that sometimes,
hey, yeah,
and my dad. Because well, really, my stepdad, my biological father don't do that. My stepdad actually, when he drink, he drunk.
hey. Every now and then I'll say something wrong, or I'll text something wrong to somebody. I'll be like, oh, I didn't mean to send that, but hey, happens to the best of us. You don't mean any disrespect, but guys, sorry again. We knew we were, thought we were gonna have a guest tonight. It just didn't happen.
Yeah,
Stuff
it's one
happens.
of those where it's like we gotta be like extra careful because we know this is gonna happen at times because life is life. You can't change anything, you can't do anything, there's nothing you can do. It's like that's just life. You gotta deal with it. Things is gonna happen. We've been having that with Greg Fry because something came up with him. We've had it with countless others. They always have an opportunity to come back whenever they want.
Yeah. And they get you. We'll have them back on, and next week, right now, as far as we know, scheduled. This guy's pretty excited to come on, but we are going to have another national champion in the house. Next
Mhm.
Tuesday, we will have Andy Groom from the 2002 national champion Buckeyes on the punter. So I am delighted to have him on because he's one of my favorite Buckeyes. The guy was just awesome. Had an awesome attitude. He called Mark May out after they won the championship. So he's a great dude, and I can't wait to get him on here and hear some stories that he has to talk. Hear about him and Nugent and some of the great stories from that team.
Yeah, if I were you guys, go like Tyler already has his on the prediction of the game, which is 49-0, which hey, I don't blame you for having that. Here's what I will say for everybody. If you have a Patreon channel, go on Patreon and put your predictions in the chat. Tell us
Please.
on the free chat at least. Tell us how many points do you think Ohio State will score? And also, I'm gonna tell you this as well. On the Patreon channel, when I do my NFL rundown, I told you guys I'm gonna be doing something else, but I will say you guys are gonna have a lot to talk about with Denzel Burke, Cody Simon, Paris Johnson Jr., and Marvin Harrison Jr. from Monday night.
Hey guys. Also,
Oh, and not only that, I got one more the thing. CJ got injured.
ooh,
He suffered a concussion. He got hit in the head. It
oh
looked
man,
bad. And now he was able to walk off the field, which is good. But I figured I'd share that now because that was bad. That
Percy
looked bad.
CJ. Guys, if you haven't yet, please hit the like button. And guys, if you get the chance, please join Patreon because I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. I think everybody in the chats on there, we have a blast over there. We get to stream the live game over there, and you guys can watch. It's a riot watching the game live with everybody. We have a blast.
And like he says, we can and like Eric says, you can actually see the game on the
Yep.
screen. Like you ain't gotta worry about it getting taken down. Like there is
No.
no fair charges, there's no strikes,
No.
none of that. You can just stream on there.
As long as you're a $5 member, there's all kinds of there's message boards there. There's a chat room there. everybody gets to talk. I mean, you can be heard. I mean, if you want to post something on the chat in the chat room or in the message board, if you want to write your own little story, go ahead and write it. If it deals with the Buckeyes, your
Mm-hmm.
opinion get heard, your voice gets heard there. I mean, we try to do as much on here as we can, getting questions out, but sometimes we miss one or two. There, guys, all your questions will be, answered, and that's a great time.
Oh yeah, it's actually pretty true.
Hey, guys, and anything. I'm not gonna say anything goes on there, but there's a lot more freedom. We still want you to be respectful to everybody, but YouTube dings us on a lot of stuff there. We can do a lot more stuff. We can show highlights. We can show the game. We can play music without getting in trouble. So, and we can
Oh
say,
yeah.
you can say a couple things, but it's not as strict. We'll put it that way. It's fun. The shows are awesome, and we got more shows coming. So this off season is gonna be it's gonna be a blast. Put it that way.
Yep. As RK says, there's a lot of activity on there, and yeah, you guys are gonna see a lot of activity. You guys are gonna see a lot more stuff. It's actually been pretty fun on Patreon. Like it really has been. Like the chat is awesome. The community on there is awesome. And like you said, anytime you want to see us, like this is the thing. We talked about Chris's show, and like I said, y'all really want to see him wild out, like go on there. It's super funny. His show is super. Like you get to see him go off, and I mean go off. Like it's super funny.
Guys, if you want to know what's going on with our former Buckeyes in the NFL, TG has a rundown every week, and she hits on everybody, man. Everybody that's kicking butt in the pros. She lets everybody know how their team's doing. She breaks it down. The girl's on top of everything, man. I mean,
Hmm. If you guys also, like I said, what we are going to be doing on Wednesday, I'm gonna just tell you, we will be watching a highlight of some of our former Buckeyes, and it does feature Paris, Cody, Denzel, and Marvin. It features all four of them, so we're going to be able to watch them in the Arizona Cardinals game versus the Dallas Cowboys. Now, unfortunately, Malik Hooker's not playing because I think he has an injury, which is unfortunate, but we're getting to see those four, and they were balling. I'm telling you guys, y'all should have seen them on that. Y'all should have seen them. They were balling. They were kicking butt. I promise you, y'all gonna love. I'm telling you, I'm gonna break it all down when I get on there, but we gonna actually watch it.
guys, thanks again for coming in here and hanging with us tonight. Every night that you guys come and hang with us, we appreciate you guys. And you guys, don't be a stranger on any other shows. Please check out the Patreon. Check out College Huddle too. Thursday, check out the Buckeye ladies because they got it going on. And till then, I mean, there's not much more I got to say. TG,
Yeah, RK. Yeah, I do have I run down all former Buckeyes in the NFL. I tell, and not just about them, but also about their teams as well. Because the thing is, you got to know how good their teams are to know just how good they're doing, their coaches and everything. And like I said, I'm gonna start doing some reactions to some of their games. Like I said, like I know the main ones I'm definitely gonna be doing. I'm gonna be whenever CJ Stroud returns, I'm gonna be reacting to the Houston Texans games for sure. For sure. They also have actually David Arnetti, our former safety or corner, whichever position he played.
Damon Arnett.
Yeah. And they also have another one of our former wanted D linemen called Tommy Togat. I cannot pronounce his name. Yeah, that's it. They have him on there. And they still have Cade Stover. Now, again, Cade has been out with injury. I think he's out for the season. He could come back later in the season, but I think he's out for now. So, but those are the four Buckeyes they have on there. And I have seen them on the field from time to time, but mostly CJ I've seen on the field. And I will go on there and look for every Michigan fan who kept talking about Nico Collins. You know what's funny? Nico's been out and CJ's been dogging people. He's got a new number one, and it ain't Nico. Because Nico have been great these last 7 years. So all y'all Michigan fans that was talking about this, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
What's funny is Blake Corum still barely sees the field, and you got Junkins as a rookie playing with one of the worst teams in the NFL. And what's Junkins doing? He's balling out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bro, dude, you should, again, we talk about it. I will always bash the Michigan players in the NFL because you deserve it. The only one that don't deserve it right now, the only two is Mason Graham and Adrian Hutchinson. That's it. Every last one. Bro, Kenneth Grant, I talked about it before. Every last one of y'all who kept overhyping this mother effer, he sucks. He's getting pushed around. He is getting bullied bullied off the line of scrimmage. And all y'all was talking about this dude was some superstar. If y'all don't get out of here, you talk about Mozzie Smith 2.0. And that idiot got somehow, and this is what will irritate me with the team that Justin's on with the Jets. You trade for that bum. Now I know you traded for him for picks and stuff because you got more like picks and stuff, and you just traded for him just to get a player. Don't put that moron on the field unless you really want to see unless you really want to get your defense be embarrassed like crazy, bro. I'm just being real. Like, you think your defense was not great. You put that moron on the field, your defense is gonna be getting slapped around for real. Because if I'm an offense, I'm running the football. I am running at Mozzie Smith. If I'm a team, I am running at I'm running at Kenneth Grant. I'm running at these morons. The only good defensive lineman you have is Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant. That is sad. And all y'all Michigan fans was talking this nonsense. And only 2 players in the NFL are actually any good. Like I said, Nico Collins fell off the earth. He was the 3rd Michigan player that was actually good. He been falling off lately. So none of y'all Michigan fans can talk no mess about your team in the NFL. They flacking suck. You suck. And it shows that y'all can't develop players. And this is my for every NFL team. Stop taking these players if you know they can't develop them. Stop. Mike Santani or whatever the number 0 guy from Michigan, he getting crushed with the Washington Commanders. I know they're like, we drafted the guy for what?
Mikey Sanders still.
Yeah, that's his name. Now, I will say this. Will Johnson's been solid with the Arizona Cardinals, but I'm not going to lie. Denzel Burke's been kind of better. You shocked? Now, when they play zone, he good. If it's man-to-man, he finna get just railroaded. So this is the thing. And whenever Will Johnson is in there, the Arizona Cardinals do the one thing right. They put him in zone because they know man-to-man, he cannot go one-on-one with any of these receivers. They know. Because I've even watched him get burnt by CD Lamb. Like, bro. Yo, no. Question for TG. Have you noticed 2 NFL teams that mainly draft Buckeyes are Browns and Saints? Yeah, the Browns started doing that lately.
Thank God.
They really have started. They really have. Where's Donovan Edwards?
He was with the Jets. Is he still there or not?
No, he got cut. Cut. He was no longer there. I think he went to some other team in the NFC. He ain't playing. That dude is on like a practice squad. That dude
Remember, he was going to win the Heisman last year. You know?
Over again, Michigan fans. You call him the next Barry Sanders. Look at where he is in the NFL. You don't even sniff. He doesn't even sniff the jock strap or the cleats of Quinshawn and Travion. And look at where he. Look at him.
For any Michigan fan to sit there and throw Barry Sanders' name the same sense as Donovan Edwards, come on, guys. You know better than that. You watched the 2nd greatest running back of all time up there, Barry Sanders, and you want to put his name in the same sense as that bum Donovan Edwards? You guys are better than that. Come on, guys.
No, they're not. They're just absolutely stupid.
Not all, but 90%.
You want to know who I'm repping for? Who I rep for? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like a specific type of team person, but I do have my favorite teams. And my favorite of my favorite teams has always been the Kansas City Chiefs. For whatever the reason, I do not know why. I just started becoming a fan of them, but then I also started becoming a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers too.
Ugh.
Look, I said I started. I didn't say I'm like a permanent fan. But I'm not gonna lie. The Ravens.
Oh no.
Look, the Browns have not given me a reason to be a fan until they got like Quinshawn and Travion. Like Quinshawn and Travion, I finally like started becoming more like I started watching the Browns a little more. It's like you got me to become a bit more of a fan because you drafted Ohio State players and your team, even though your team kind of sucking a little bit, it's still like you're giving me a reason to tune in. What up, Bart?
Yeah, I think the Browns need to start Shedeur and get rid of Roman Gabriel. That's just
look, Gabriel's more of a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
If anything. So like that was
we've had a blast tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it wasn't what we expected, but hey, we have fun no matter what. Sometimes we just things happen, and you know what? Like our friend Eric Boggs would say, next man up. So that's what we do here. Next man up.
Mm-hmm.
It's you guys, because you guys asked us questions tonight. You guys kept our chat going.
And RK, if you're interested, you can go on the Patreon channel, check out all my NFL rundowns, and I'll be doing a recording this Wednesday because for once I actually ain't got no running around to do. That may change at some point, but who knows? Because I've been doing so
Hey,
much running around.
go on Patreon and get some of that TG smoke there, RK.
Oh yeah. Now look, I don't talk about the Michigan players unless it's the dog about them. And have you seen JJ McCarthy? I forgot to mention him because, bro, I had to watch Adrian Hutchinson chase him around, and it was super funny. It was like, bro, you absolutely stink as a quarterback. And I know the Vikings are like, why did we draft you?
And they draft, it's like deja vu because they drafted Christian Ponder once upon a time, in like the top 10, and he was a bum out of Florida State, and he was a big time bust. So now they got their Christian Ponder 2.0 with JJ. So
Oh,
guys,
Tyler X, what happened with Roman Wilson? Bro, he sucks with the Steelers. He's not, they are not giving him a lot of playing time. Like, whenever he does get on the field, it's just to do, like, little slants and stuff. Like, seriously, it really makes me wonder. It's like, how did you look? Like, you are the literal definition of looking great in college, but once you get to the league, you are flat out dog crap, bro. You suck for real.
That's another level, man. You go to the NFL, and NFL stands for not for long when you play like crap. So
Yeah, it's like because there is no cheating scandal. RK said JJ's a joke. Like JJ McCarthy, he is a joke. Like JJ, like bro, unlike this is the thing for Michigan fans as all time. Never try to compare yourself to Ohio State fans in a million years regarding or Ohio State period regarding NFL players because your players stink like absolute dog crap. You guys have not had great NFL players in a long time. The last good one I think you guys have, other than like you can't even say Tom Brady because y'all don't even like Tom Brady like that. Like, yeah, he's an alumni of yours, but y'all never cared for him. He didn't really play for y'all. He didn't do anything. The only one you can say the last time you had a good one was Charles Woodson.
Woodson was a dog.
And that's the only one I would give you to you. Other than that, your
Hutchinson.
players have sucked. They got dog walked.
Steve Hutchinson was good. He was a Hall of Fame guard for Seattle, but like you said, I mean, Adrian Hutchinson, he's a baller. And
He is, and that's what
Mason Graham playing great for the Browns, so I'm happy about that.
You should be, because let me tell y'all something. For all y'all, this is the lesson to the NFL. I don't care what their tape says. At the end of the day, look, tape don't lie most times, but sometimes it does, depending on who you're talking about. Because when you got a program, because think about it, for Michigan fans, I want you to think about this real quickly. The NFL will never look at you like a talent dispenser, like Ohio State or Bama
Georgia.
or even Georgia. You will never be seen in the same light as those schools in that facet. You never will be. You never will be. I'm just being real when I say it. Like, tell me when I'm telling lies.
Oh, guys, thanks again. As we always end this happy show. How do we end this?
OH.
I-O, go Bucks, and
Scum still sucks.
later.
Later, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.